How's it going, Rackle viewers? Gaddy right back into another Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition session of the Esterisle Cartography Guild homebrew. Whew, it's been kind of been a hectic friggin' first week of 2021, I'll tell you what. I think I already complained enough, though, in my, Realm of the Frostmaiden video, since we actually managed to get that going, too. So, in theory, everything should be back on track, God willing. That said, the videos of this for the fans, it might be a little bit more sporadic, just for the simple fact that our DM for this recently became a father. Ergo, occasionally has to go on daddy duty and may actually not be able to DM for us. You know, and all that. In fact, that's actually the main reason why we haven't had an Esterisle Cartography Guild session in a couple weeks, actually. So there's a reason behind that. Also, congratulations to our DM Legion for becoming a daddy. That all said, let's take a check and... Oh, that's not a good sign. The only one currently in the Discord play channel is Nathan, who's never on time. Oh no, that's terrible. That is not a good sign of things to come. Oh Lord. Jesus. Maybe we actually won't be having a game today. That would kind of suck a little bit. I was looking forward to playing my little dwarf, and then eventually at some point my my Witcher knockoff again. Anyway, well, I guess I could do some quick announcements. If everything fell into place and everything worked, and I actually got off my lazy butt, and no one bugged me for a couple hours, we should already have our first New Vegas video out, which I decided to have the viewers vote on really how it goes and in what direction. Fine example is, you guys probably already saw the community post where I had everyone kind of pick what the hell I'm going to play. And to my utter lack of friggin' surprise, everyone chose, oh, do a cowboy run. Of course, a cowboy run. So yeah, I get to stick with revolvers and lever actions throughout the entire game. That's going to be interesting. I've never actually done a cowboy run. I'm kind of curious how that's going to go. And again, that video's, if I've done it and I'm actually on time, it's already out and you'll already seen it. But me, I had the time scheduling and uploading. It's funny because everything's all weird because I haven't actually recorded it yet. God, timing is weird for YouTubers, especially when they have a weird schedule. Yeah. But back to the point. I had the viewers decide what I'm going to play. I'm also going to have them decide kind of what direction the videos kind of go. Like, they're basically going to kind of like how I did Legends of the West. Everyone's going to kind of vote about what quest or what area I kind of tackle in sequence. I really want to put a really hard stipulation of not dead money, because I'm not going to lie, I freaking hate that DLC with a passion. God, do I hate it. And trying to do a cowboy run in that, I feel like would just wreck me, because I've done that stealthily as all hell. I've done that pure grab an automatic weapon and just blow everything to hell, and those worked. But I don't know. I might change that idea. I might allow it, depending on how well the cowboy run actually starts to go, or if I just run out of crap to do. But I do not see that happening. Anyway, it's officially time for games, so I'm going to go ahead and hop in the play channel, say hi to Nathan, and pray to God everyone else shows up. God willing. Yes, Nathan, I am here.
Saw that, but glad to hear it.
Were we all just waiting for the last possible moment, or...?
I came early.
I noticed. That's why I was worried out the gate. You're never early. Like, when Nathan's the only one in the play channel, I get nervous.
I used to be early, and then that just stopped happening after several months.
Yeah, well, having a job will do that to you, especially when they change your hours.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Dennis
If Michael's the last one, I'm gonna be so happy.
I'm about to say, like, I'm once again surprised. Dennis, I could have sworn you said that you might be late.
I might be, was the keyword.
Apparently you are not.
Yeah, apparently the powers that be decided to make this meeting start at 4 when our branches close, and then at 4:15 when everybody got together, the guy in charge of the main office, where all the higher-ups are conveniently located upstairs anyway, reminded the higher-ups that, by the way, our office is having its generator test tonight at 5:30, so we're going to lose power at that point. So they rushed through the fucking meeting.
Well, hot diggity damn.
Mm-hmm. Now, as to why I had to fucking start at 4 as opposed to earlier in the day, I have no clue.
Some CEO god just decreed that that is just how it should be, and thus it was. There we go.
That's what I'm...
Fuck corpos.
Well, I won't go that. Speaking of, I have not played that game in like 3 weeks now.
Well, great timing then, because that first major patch should be rolling out. I keep hearing it's going to come out on the 15th, but I don't know how true that is.
I mean, I was expecting the game to look amazing as some of the screenshots were.
It'll be delayed
Reviews,
twice.
But the fact that I have to play a game on medium, and even then it stutters, was really not that appealing to me.
Upsetting.
Yeah.
And all those bugs, like I couldn't get rid of my arms. You know, I had those mantis blade stuff,
Right.
which now glitched the fact that I put something in one of the other slots. That if I press the button, and I looked it up, and it says if you have anything in your arms and that equipped, the health potion thing would not work. I was like, fuck this.
Oh, yeah. Love with all those freaking last minute delays, they still ended up pulling a freaking Ubisoft, just launching a game saying we'll patch it and fix it later. That ticked me off, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have been happy with like another month of a delay or something if this was gonna be the case.
I don't think a month would have been enough time.
A month would not have been enough.
A month already passed and the game's still shit.
Yeah, honestly, they should have probably launched it like at the end of this month or something. I mean, on consoles, well, on the PS4 Pro, it runs pretty decently, other than if you play for like more than 3 consecutive hours, it'll crash eventually.
So Skyrim.
Yeah, basically Skyrim, so therefore I'm already used to it. A couple of graphical bugs here and there. I haven't found too much that's actually legitimately game-breaking. I did find one that's kind of pissing me off recently, where I don't even know how I did this. Apparently I was too close to another mission marker for the Fixer and Watson. Regina will call me about a job, but it's not even the job I'm next to at the time. She'll call me about the previous job I just completed. I know a fix for that, because I found it by accident oddly enough the same day I encountered it, but now that I'm on another playthrough and it's happening again, I gotta figure out where the fuck that one Cyber Psycho is. Because that's how I fixed it last time. Literally triggered it and then went to go do another job, and that just worked.
No, I don't like the fact that the driving in the game sucks ass. Like,
oh my god, it's bad.
We decided to, in Poland, yeah, this is how we drive cars. Americans would love this. No, it's shit. And fucking all those cars, hey, we have an offer for a car, are now fucking just vomited all over my journal. Yeah. And like, I want to see the specific quest. And all 15 cars that I'm never gonna run to the nearest fast point and rather just go through a loading screen than drive through fucking Kuwait.
Yeah, I understand that all too well. Honestly, though,
I bought this ugly little Fiat.
Motorcycles handle better than cars, in my opinion.
There's motorcycles?
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. I stole one.
I just did Jackie's or whatever the fuck his name was.
Oh yeah, Jackie's freaking Arch. Yeah, that thing's pretty sick. I honestly like the Kusanagi for the bikes. I really don't like that the one that you buy to own, is based off the Akira bike, because honestly, I found this fucking sick-looking black one that I just wish was, like, another option to buy, because I like the color scheme better on the black one.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, if it's what I got, it's what I got. And honestly, I like Akira.
What I think was a weird choice is probably just due to scale, is that they just condensed the, like, it feels like Act 1 was condensed into just the, like, there was the prologue, but then there was no, like, oh, that month you spent with Jackie doing shit. It feels like that was just cut from the game and made into that cutscene. I feel do that. So it feels like we were never introduced to the world, really. And then we're supposed to care about Jackie when he dies.
Yeah, that kind of bugged me too. Another thing that bugged me, especially with like the intros, out of all of them, Nomad was like the really only one that felt solid. Like everything else felt like stupidly rushed. Freaking Corpo, you actually get like this really cool sounding fucking thing you're supposed to do. You don't even get a chance to do it. You're just fucked out the gate.
The intro was like 30 minutes long, and I was like, okay, that was underwhelming.
Right? That was legit disappointing. The Street Kid one, again, had a very interesting premise. But again, you're fucked right out of the gate. And it's just like, but I want to see how this goes, you know? I mean, the fucking Nomad. Oh, you're paid to smuggle shit. Oh, you actually get to smuggle that shit. Okay, that's fulfilling. Can I have more of this, please? What the hell is wrong with my damn Discord?
Oh, in the previews where like you pick one of the three, starting backgrounds or whatever. Or it fast forwarded those 6 months or whatever the game says. I was like, I thought I was going to be living this corporal style for at least a part of the game in the beginning, and no, I literally lived through a meeting with my boss, having to drive to a.
Okay.
It was so bizarre.
Okay, that's legit gonna start pissing me the hell off. What is wrong with Discord? Ugh. I swear to God, I can't tell if that's my internet or my PC anymore. Something is screwing up suddenly, and I don't even know what it is anymore. Story of my damn life. Power goes out, and suddenly everything's screwed up. Alright. Let's try. There we go.
I was making a joke to Michael. I was like, I can't wait until Erasmus is like, oh, but I want to go outside and play football. Michael's like, no, you're going to sit inside and play Bloodborne.
No, roll these dice.
Do you want to play catch? We don't have footballs. We have roll D20.
Here, catch this D20.
Catch this 10-pound D20 kettlebell.
Catch this caltrop.
You have two options. You can either catch this D20 or catch these hands. No in between.
But Daddy, I don't like math. Well, you're gonna learn today, son.
Well, should have thought of that before you were born.
To a DM, Daddy. But seriously, like, I mean, if they can't find fun in math with D&D, I don't know what's wrong with people. This is the only thing I've found that makes math fun. Aww.
Buddy.
Aww.
Oh, no.
You said the word math.
Talks like Yorn.
Well, so something that my nephew does a lot, like apparently, because this is actually a good way to tell this. So my sister told me a story the other day whenever she called me for some fucking reason. And she was saying how Lydia, my niece, who is like old now, so that's weird, like keeps slapping, like just keeps like beating the shit out of Zeke, because I mean, let's be honest, he did that to her for like 2 years, so here we are. was I saying? Oh, so she hears this slap come from the other room, and then Zeke like runs to her and says, "Mom, Lydia's a bitch." I was just like,
Wow.
Kristen, what are you teaching your son?
Oh, that's amazing.
Just no chill whatsoever.
That is my nephew.
It was probably a moment of realization too, which makes it even better.
No, it's not even the first time that's happened.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Oh.
Dad, help! I spit out the thing that was making me happy. Don't spit it out. No!
Now that just sounds like Nathan.
What?
Nothing.
I think he just called you a baby. I think he just called you a baby.
Oh, come on. It's not the worst thing I've ever called Nathan.
That's true.
I can't remember the other things.
That's because I'm usually either really subtle about it, or I'm so blunt and awkward about it that usually people think I'm joking.
I just
Oh
don't
my God.
remember.
How do you play D&D again?
I don't know. It's been weeks.
I take notes and then I click D20 on occasion.
That's good. Oh fuck, we're doing this today, huh?
And then I lie to my friends. That's how I play D&D.
That sounds like sounds like you're being a DM at that point.
No, those are my enemies.
Oh. Good to know. Also, fun fact. So, my other group, I don't know how we ended up doing it. We ended up playing a freaking Mass Effect homebrew based on 5E recently. And it actually...
Is it that, like, really, like, official-looking one that, like, does it have its own website?
Yes, it does. And it has a bunch of drop-down menus for, like, classes, races, item. Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, that's cool. I took a look at that.
That's cool.
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of overbearing at first, but once we kind of got the hang of it, oh my god. Everything that seems broken is not anywhere near as broken as you think it is, because everything balances out so perfectly in it.
Yeah, I recently looked into a semi-official cyberpunk thing. I was just like, I like some of this, but I think I might want to more adapt what I've got going on here. They took my idea for like guns, not adding your dexterity modifier, but like doubling the dice. I'm just like, see, I told you it was a good idea.
Yeah,
I actually ended up doing that for mine. For like the higher end guns and shit.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a damn good idea, because ultimately, I mean, the numbers when they finish adding up, they're gonna either be just under what you would usually hit with, or well the fuck over.
I mean obviously it depends on like
but
what you roll.
Where are the chances are gonna?
You have a lower minimum.
Yeah, you have a lower minimum but a higher maximum. Like the starter stuff and the civilian kits I made. Yeah, you can still use your decks with those because they're simple enough. But higher end crap, oh no. That's when you start using
2d10 has the same average as 1d10 plus 5.
Yep.
I don't know. I would probably rather deal. I don't know, because rolling, I don't know. 2 dice is fun. 2 dice is fun. More dice, more fun. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Never buy a white keyboard. It gets dusty.
Excuse me?
I love my keyboard. It gets so dusty so quickly because it's just white.
Maybe you should have gotten a black one.
That's not.
Well, I like this one.
Why didn't you just get that one in black?
Very good, buddy.
It was very cheap and white. It's like a nice mechanical keyboard. It came with a mouse too. Not that I use the mouse, but
yeah, you like a big, chunky keyboard or quiet keyboard?
Quiet.
I have a big chunky. How?
Yes.
How do you, Michael?
Obviously not quiet.
I mean, which do you prefer?
This one. All the buttons. It's like rolling dice.
Yeah,
I'm
a big. If I don't hear the button, I didn't push a button. That's not.
I can type
buttons
and
make
make
noises.
If I can type and make it sound like an AK-47 is firing, I'm happy.
Hell yeah!
Big buttons, metal dice. This is what I want in life.
Although on my Chromebook, I do like the quiet keyboard. that like nice and so I can take it with me to like a meeting or whatever. But for a gaming keyboard, nah, AK-47 all the way.
Like, honestly, like, the noise isn't what gets me. Like, I work a lot off touch personally, so, like, as long as I can get, like, some kind of feedback, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I like mine, even though it's, like, actually pretty damn quiet. It's like, I can feel when that shit's completely depressed, you know?
It's tactile.
Like, when I got my new cell phone, I went through the freaking touch options, like, it had some on there where it was just like, oh, would you like to actually have synaptic feedback? It's like, what the hell is that? Turned it all the way off, started pushing buttons like, yeah, I don't like that. I don't feel like I pushed anything. So I just cranked that crap up to max. Now my freaking phone freaking just buzzes in my hand when I touch it.
Yeah, same. I'm a fan.
I'm charging my glow-in-the-dark dice.
That's cool. I remembered why I specifically got the... is because my computer is white. So I wanted to match. What is going on?
Well, my computer is red.
Outside?
My computer's black. I'm allowed to say that.
Of course, you have a black computer.
What? I do too.
I like to imagine your bedroom is also like all black walls.
I wish, but apparently that's not popular with a lot of people.
My sister.
Well, a lot of people suck.
One
True.
of her walls,
I know.
I think, is black, or it's like a really dark gray.
Whatchamacallit? I had since around Christmas, right? So in that Ravnica group that I was in, that all hate the DM, but we all as players like each other enough to tolerate it. Finally, the straw broke the camel's back in that last session, and we all just said, "Fuck it, we're done." Right?
No, that feeling.
So,
What was he doing?
Basically, I mean, he never views himself doing anything bad.
Oh,
He
yeah,
always
obviously.
justifies it, but the final straw was as level 6s. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us, level 6 party. He threw in a fucking dungeon where each box wasn't 5 feet, it was 500 feet.
What?
Huh?
Yeah. No, wait. I'm sorry, not 500. It was 50 feet.
Still.
So he allowed us just to move one box, even though it was 30, just to show that we moved, whatever. It's like, okay, whatever. And the enemies were hidden from us, right? But they're shooting laser beams at us. Although, to his claim, they kept missing because he rolled bad. But nonetheless, they had that ridiculous range where they can shoot beams, right? The main, where we were next to a fairy, I think, that was just a narcotic, like, druggie, and kept insisting we take a puff of whatever he was on. And we were like, no, we don't even know you. And finally, one of the creatures that we were fighting emerged because our archer saw it, a beholder. And the other 3 we found out were also beholders. So 4 beholders against 5 level 6 players, who only one of us is an archer who has any range. Me, the only magic user who doesn't have any magic spells that reach that far, right? So we're like, what the fuck are you expecting us to do? And
Yeah.
we had an NPC player, right, that the DM brought. It was his fucking favorite character that he brings along everywhere.
DM NPCs.
So we noticed one of the players rolled a 15 and failed the whatever attack the fucking beholder used, right? So she took a lot of damage. Meanwhile, same beholder shot at his NPC. He fucked up and said, "Oh, 14. Okay, it graces the beam. What are the
Grazes.
bounces? Grazes, yeah, off of his arm guard. So he's fine. Meanwhile, player next turn got hit again with a fucking whatever the thing is called. And not only did she go down, but because it was a death ray or disintegration, immediately dies. But earlier in the battle, says, well, I have a mirror. I'm just going to deflect the beam. No, that's not how that works. It goes through your mirror. Like, are you fucking making this shit up? Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
So we were like,
A little fucked.
yeah. So, like, at that point, I was like, fuck this. We're not having fun. I said, well, we all like playing with each other. So I said, how about this? I knew I was getting the Star Wars RPG game for Christmas. So I was like, I'll offer to DM that in addition to my D&D game that I DM. I'll, do back to back. And we'll try that, and all of us will learn the new system. And we tried the one shot. It was a lot of learning involved, and we kept fucking up some things, but overall, it seems like a very, very fun system to play. I recommend it if anyone ever wants to try it. It's less numbers based and roll dice, and more narrative based. Where you know how like sometimes you tell us when we kill a monster, and you say, "Okay, how do you do it?" or something like that. It's that for almost every hit.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna try to put you down, buddy. Okay, never mind. Not gonna try to put you down. Forget I said anything.
Could I be a former stormtrooper that got fired because he hit every shot?
Yes.
He was
Yes,
just
and
too good.
you definitely can.
This guy hits too much. I don't know if we can trust him.
It's suspicious. Is he a main character? Is that why he's hitting that often?
Right.
I don't know. They missed a lot too.
That is true, actually. Han Solo wasn't completely dead on half the time.
Well, I mean, he used to be a stormtrooper.
That is true.
Was he, or was he just in the?
Oh. Son of a bitch. The hell did my Discord just crash? What is happening? Okay, now I lost the cameras. Okay, my internet hiccuped. That's what happened. God damn it. This is another fun thing I've been dealing with, radical viewers. Just my internet randomly hicking up in the weirdest of times and places. Oh, what is that? Okay, that's fine. I can't even get my task manager to load. What is happening? What the My desktop completely locked up. I've never had to do that before. Usually I can still manipulate things here and there. Fuck.
So close.
Gotta do laundry.
Yep.
Okay. When they come for it.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, good. I already wrote a recap like 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got done with everything that links from this adventure all the way to where I had already previously planned. So I'm completely prepared for the derailing of this whole gunpowder situation.
Our last session was December 9th.
Jesus, really?
Over a month ago.
That sounds
It's,
about right.
It's
It was
8
the
years
longest
ago.
notes I've ever taken. It was paragraphs. Of course, it was just one run-on sentence in the way I take notes, which I feel like fits my manic tendencies. It's just.
That's terrible. My notes are much better.
My DMing notes are significantly
Yeah,
more
I mean, you can take the
I feel
notes
like
all you
it's
want. You don't need to read them
good.
again.
No, I read them sometimes.
Sure. I love these fucking dice, dude.
I don't dice.
Oh, the lolly, what a day.
You guys ready for a dungeon tonight?
Oh, is there a dungeon tonight? Is that what we're doing?
As long as there's no beholders, I'm
What do you
good.
think I'm doing after 11, Michael?
I don't fucking know.
Hooking up with your mistress, apparently?
Going to a dungeon.
Well, shit. Good. I'm glad that you are excited. Let's say a dungeon. It's the sewers.
Oh, yeah.
They're new sewers.
Ah,
Brand new.
Yeah.
now I remember what the hell
Yeah,
we were doing.
So they don't count yet.
We're taking a quest from Lucian's friend.
Gorthak. I, for one, am excited.
I need to work out after this.
I agree. You do need to work out after this.
Well, I worked out earlier, and then I smoked a cigar after that.
And then obviously they cancel each other out.
No, they infuse with each other. They make me stronger.
I don't think that's how that works at all.
That's how it works. He breathes in smoke, and it increases his carbon levels, which make his bones better.
Precisely. And you don't breathe it in. You just puff it in your mouth. If you breathe in a cigar, that'd be terrible for you.
Then why do anything?
It's basically
Smells good.
just like pipe smoking. You're not supposed to inhale that either.
Yeah.
That I used to do.
Makes no sense.
I always heard that pipe smoking is like the smoothest.
It
But
is.
That's not something I want to invest in.
It's definitely, if you can get like a good brand of tobacco for it, it's really good. And honestly, it has such a more pleasant aroma than most cigars. I can think of a few I actually do like the smell of. Definitely just about any cigarette I can think of, though.
Yeah, well, cigarettes are just like the lowest quality tobacco.
Yep, yeah, I still puff frickin' at least 3 a day.
No.
I'm having a really bad frickin' day. Hell, half a pack. Back when I worked with the census, it was a full pack a day.
Yeah, I bet.
Like, I just... Fuck that job.
Yeah, all the...
You know what bugs me? They're hiring again.
Oh,
Gotta be prepared for 2024.
Everyone say hi to future Mrs. Merrick.
Hi, future Mrs. Merrick.
Future
Dennis
Mrs.
Dennis Mutis.
Merrick.
Madam Merrick. Madam Mistress Merrick.
Matt. Rick.
Madam
Yeah,
Hunt.
this is Virginia, so it's super, like any tobacco store you walk into, they literally have like 20 just bags of pipe tobacco. And they're like, here are all the different flavors.
Yeah, like a special frickin' vanilla cherry blend that was really, really good. You can only get it in one frickin' place, though, and I had to order it online all the time. Eventually, though, I couldn't afford it, so I just stopped. Went back to just cigarettes. Hated my life.
Yeah, it's just so cold now to go out and smoke a cigar. But it was like 50 out today, so I said, fuck it, I'm doing it.
It has been snowing here.
I've had no snow up here in Washington.
What?
Yeah, no snow
What
whatsoever.
universe is this?
Yeah, we haven't had a single frickin' flake of it out where I live.
It's so bizarre. Is your state drunk?
Well, half of it's on meth, so there's that.
I mean, like the physical state, because Texas has snow.
Couldn't tell ya.
Like Washington, and then Washington, one of the wettest states in the country, is just like,
Yeah, but it never gets cold enough to actually freeze it. That's the thing.
Yeah, the West Coast is like that a little bit. Like, heard stories from like Vancouver and shit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Tyler's having issues.
Have you
Yeah.
returned? We see you.
Tyler, 1, 2, 3, Tyler.
That's not good. been happening for a few days. Oh, fuck. Well, yeah, I've been having weird issues with Discord, too. I can never tell anymore if it's Discord, my PC, or just my internet connection, because all three have been screwing up lately. Only in some servers, I thought this was one of them. Oh, that's weird. That's alright. I mean, we're still waiting for... What the fuck? Dennis, why do you just have a severed arm?
I thought that was a banana.
Why is that not surprise? Like, come on.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but I still feel like it'd be good to question.
Because
No.
I'm a very caring person, and when someone needs a hand,
See, I see a fake hand and I know immediately what he uses that for, so I didn't ask any questions.
when you gotta spank yourself and you can't reach.
There's some of us. I will try to do that. Actually, that's a good fucking idea.
I play a game with you idiots weekly. Why do I do this to myself?
Hello?
Fuck
Oh
my
my
gas,
God.
dude!
We can hear you.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Okay, down to 39.
Change the region.
Yeah.
And that's it then.
Weird.
Is it because you're at school?
I don't know what that would do because I can connect to some other servers.
Well, yeah. Like I'm looking at it. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make much
And I mean,
sense.
I've been getting into some Discord voice chats, but can't get into all of them.
Strange.
Well, maybe they're all in the U.S. South.
Hmm?
Area.
Yeah.
As opposed to the
Maybe.
East.
Maybe. That was my thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
That has something to do with one of the servers.
I mean, if that's what fixed it, then I don't know what else it would be. But I'm not a computer guy. Don't know computers.
I mean, I know enough to where I can probably be. That's a decent reason, but... I don't know. Unless he, seriously changed his entire ISP from one day to another or something, I can't picture why it just suddenly would stop working.
Yeah,
unless...
I mean, I've been doing sessions at school all the time.
Yeah. The thing I was thinking was because I had quickly Googled it. It says something about it can happen if your Discord is it can happen if Discord is blocked from your network by your network admin, and I thought that could be the case because they tend to do shit like that in school sometimes.
Right, but then Discord just won't work at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh my god.
There is region locking, I suppose, but that's kind of weird and wonky at best.
Yeah.
Who's ready for 6 hours?
There he is.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
So who wants to place a bet for meeting the mutant ninja turtles in the sewer?
Oh.
Can I? Can I place a bet?
No,
No,
because
I
you're
read
the
your
DM.
notes.
You know what happens. You'd be cheating.
Well, saying I know what happens. I mean, I didn't expect you guys to.
I'm about to say, let me rephrase
go
that then.
find gunpowder
You know what
tomorrow.
you expect us to eventually traipse upon, but you don't know exactly
That's
how
fair.
we're going to traipse upon it.
I mean, the chances of you walking about and just finding Ninja Turtles that I didn't put in are slim to none. So.
But not
I'll give you that.
impossible is the
But it's not
thing.
impossible, exactly.
As far as other issues go, Discord no longer recognizes my good microphone, so that's pretty good. That's new. That's nice and new. I don't know.
I like that a lot.
The lights on, but no one's home.
That makes no damn sense.
What the fuck?
That's a hardware issue that
You
shouldn't
driving
exist.
home, Matthew?
No, I'm here.
Oh, cool.
Holy shit. Why?
Probably swap the screen then. Ta-da.
Why?
What the fuck?
Because I get off at 4, which is why I asked this, kind of push this back to 4:30, and that's just enough time for me to get home.
Well, shit.
Oh.
Shit.
Whale shit.
Speeding down the 405.
That's a big number.
It's like California highway, right?
Right?
He's just not playing along.
Yeah, I can tell because he's not in the Roll20.
What happened?
Oh my god.
Wow. Hey Nathan, how's it feel to be Nathan?
Why do
What are
you
we talking about?
I don't
No, motherfucker.
if it makes you feel better, this is how I interact with everyone in my life.
It doesn't. It does not make me feel better. I'm gonna go ahead and do the recap then, if we're just waiting on Mathu.
What's his nuts?
Yeah, that guy. Last time, the crew had attended or rather, they had been invited by Elrin to a gala thrown by the Doge of Kara, Mateo Rivera, for his son's birthday. Some of you making a grander display of it than others. At the gala, you managed to learn a bit about the balance of political power of the Merchant Republic and of just the Esterisles as a whole, and also learned of a few recent developments from the Oscuro family of Vathani, a black powder that, according to those who spoke of it in hushed whispers, tilts that balance in the Oscuro's favor. After a secret meeting with the Faceless, the underground society focused on smuggling changelings into safe places within the free states of Tenon, discussing the construction of new infrastructure to help make their operation easier for the Inquisitors to make their inevitable return, you all went out of about your way, taking a day of downtime before forming a plan to go to the city of Othani and getting yourselves some of the Oscuro's black powder.
Oh,
However, that night, a Gorthak Iron Fist, the pit-fighting, full-blood, orcish friend of Lucian, came in the night to request your aid. Apparently, he had been working the construction of new sewers on the north side of the city and has found that many of his co-workers have gone missing, strangely. You all agreed to help him, and so you now find yourselves following him towards your destination. Gorthak leads you along the shoreline of the city northward. The north side of the city is getting closer to Hightown, firmly sat on the northwestern side. The northeastern side, however, is more middle class. Lots of lesser merchant families and the like call it home. And it too is sat atop some of the natural rocky shoreline that takes up most of the island. So as you're walking, the shore just gets further and further down below. Luckily, the Guildhall... okay, I see what happened here. Luckily, the Guildhall is placed pretty centrally, so it only takes an hour or so before Gorthak turns to you all. All right, we're getting close now. I understand if you want to bail now. This ain't worth y'all dying for.
okay, bye.
Any good story
Now the
is
rest-
worth dying for.
He just kind of like looks at all of you and sees that none of you are leaving. All right. Thank you, friends. Come on. And he takes you all down a scaffold toward a large rock face at the very edge of the city, forming a natural sort of wall along its northern side. The scaffold takes you out more immediately over the shore, and it's little in the way of handrails, which makes you understandably nervous, but it's probably more scary than it is dangerous. As you all eventually get to a carved stone lip in the rock face that protrudes from that stone wall, with a waterfall running off of it, presumably from the sewers that it's been connected to.
Shit, waterfall.
Hell yeah. You climb up another ladder and you find Gorthak, who'd traversed up it first, rattling at a locked metal gate. Damn. Didn't know they kept this place locked up like this. Don't suppose y'all have anything to do with it, or to get it out of the way.
Not
Is
currently.
there a handle on the other side that can open it?
Okay, so the way it's not like a lock that's built in. It is like a barred. It's like a barred gate all the way across with like a hinge section that like moves, but like that central part is essentially just locked with a padlock.
Jordan may have solution.
Is solution smash the lock?
Solution.
Sorry,
Lotion.
there's a puppy. Yes, I will smash the lock.
With your hands?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Jordan is just saying he has Warhammer. It's probably better. All else fails. Don't we have magic paladin men who can just say fuck metal?
Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Don't give him any ideas.
punch.
He already snorts the powder.
I'm just saying.
It is 6 damage.
Yeah, that's wow. That is not enough to break the lock, and you take 21 points of fire damage. As you punch
What?
it, the lock itself immediately like starts like you can see like out of the keyhole starts like spitting fire, and like the metal itself becomes just searing hot.
I am resistant to fire damage.
Never mind, you take 10 points of fire damage. You're resistant to fire damage. You have the ring. That's
I
not.
have the ring.
I like that.
You don't have to
So,
be Karadesh.
magic lock that fights back. This is new development. I may not have actual way to break lock. Again, point of magic paladin man.
Q, do you want to try to punch the lock as well?
Wait, Dion has other idea. Lock is magic. Yes?
Ignore that.
Yes.
Or bars magic?
You don't know.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
The lock is magic. The bars, not magic.
They're
Yep.
not magic.
Dion has wily way to get through this. This used to be a way he got out of prison. Somebody... Wait a minute. No, we just passed by a shit waterfall, right? I could totally soak a rope in that.
And I actually,
Okay, well-
it was a mistake. But can I use Identify to see what kind of magic is on the lock?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
All right, I'll ritual cast it and do it.
So basically, the enchantment that's on it is if you touch it with your hands, like if it is touched by like an object, the object, or like if you touch it, you burn. Basically, deals fire damage.
I could get rid of that enchantment.
You don't see.
Yeah.
I see a dark.
Yeah, I see the whole map. I'm kidding.
I mean, we could simply soak rope, a bit of cloth, wrap it around bars, then twist. Hello?
That is something, I guess.
It's how I used to get out the drunk tank back home.
Well, if it works, it would save me some spells, so I say go at it.
I can't remember what movie I'm ripping this idea off of, but honestly, I can figure Jordan, if he can't actually forcibly force his way out of a bar, he'd come up with some stupid idea by pissing on his own shirt and bending the bars with it.
Yeah, that's the Shawshank Redemption, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Isn't that
Is this the
That is
Jackie
not-
Chan and fucking
Shanghai Noon, that's what it was.
There it is. Yeah.
That's where I got the idea from. Yeah, so I'm gonna
That's a
soak
good story.
a bit of rope, you know, and just wrap it around 2 of the damn bars. Hell, I could probably actually use my hammer or someone has a crowbar as a freaking linchpin. I'm just gonna start twisting it. Until
got you covered on the hammer or crowbar or
make
sledgehammer or
strength check for me.
sledge bar or.
Well, John has some...
using nothing but a wet rope, a hammer, and some dynamite, he makes it through the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say with advantage, but
I mean
always advantage. Very good. Yeah, the bars themselves are not nearly as fortified as the lock is. You might think that's a foresight or a lack of foresight, but
He's got foresight.
That's the 9 to
well, it's a lack of foresight. But no, I mean, absolutely, it works. The bar bends itself right out the fucking way. Almost no problem, as if that was not really that big of a challenge.
More as if some god knew that there would be a player who would head smash a lock.
Not like that would ever happen. It is dark though, which is why you can't see.
Makes sense.
John can see everything within 60 feet.
So fuck off. Most
Yay,
people
dark
can't see.
vision!
I have dark vision.
Yeah, the
dark
one
vision.
person.
I don't.
I do.
So I assume that you guys turn on your necklaces then?
Lights on, boys.
Those 60-30? Or am I insane?
20-20.
Yeah, I think it's 20 feet.
So 40-20,
Right.
Yeah, 40-20.
Yeah.
according to the code.
Okay, I don't know if that works.
I'm like 16-14 if we're talking about vision.
I thought you were 24.
Oh, I see.
I'm 25 now, motherfucker.
Oh my god, happy birthday.
It's what? That was like a week ago.
Who remembered?
God, you all make
I
me
don't
feel
remember your
old.
birthday.
Oh, I see. So what's happening is you're seeing dark vision.
Hey, Guile, Shanghai Noon is older than Kale.
Fuck all of you.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
I hate showing my age in the most ass of ways. Shanghai Noon being the
Yeah, you
latest.
want to learn something really crazy? Fucking.
Sure.
There's not been a Star Wars movie since the birth of my child. Fuck off.
Your child's like days old.
Yeah, you're right. Look.
Coincidence? I think.
So the small passage past the gate leads to a much larger series of tunnels. From the look of it, the passages started from the side of the rock face where you came in. Evidence to which is the fact that the further in you get, the less detailed the work is, seemingly not as finished. Things they'll wrap up eventually, just when everything is done. Other than that, I mean, it pretty much looks like your normal sewers. Yeah. So really, it's further in, up until the point where it splits at a T intersection. Further from the left, you can see a pipe running water through overhead, and to the right, you can hear a much harder rush of water. So which way are we going, boys?
Are we going upstream or downstream? What's the...
Well, both directions are downstream, or upstream.
Oh,
Both directions are upstream.
okay.
John does not know. John doesn't spend many time in sewer. Why would he?
It's just a shit river. You love those.
I vote left.
All right, left it is.
Well, I mean, I don't have that much authority. But...
I don't know.
Left it
Captain
is.
said left, we go left. So Dion goes left. I
Captain
immediately
said
start
left.
walking right.
The captain said left.
Captain said left. Okay, yeah, that's what's happening. I understand. Okay.
Yeah, we're going left.
I was always told we were supposed to take the right way.
What if left is the right way?
I did that in my D&D game.
You might go blind for a minute. Don't worry about it.
Fuck!
I went the opposite.
John's eyes!
Everything. I see all of the things.
I told you.
You are a mute. Take your hands off your eyes, then you can
Take
see.
his power away.
Oh, that's what's problem. John was
Ah,
covering
there it
eyes.
is.
It's like when the
You-
teacher turns off the light for a second and everyone starts screaming.
Ah!
Oh my god! Oh wait,
Oh,
that's just
no. The
It's a
dragon.
beholder.
Why? I still see.
John was worried about smell getting to him, so he covered eyes.
Okay.
I do not see stench, I do not smell stench.
See no stinky.
Oh, I see.
Is that something you can do, Gwydion, with your magic?
Ignore
Can you see
everything.
smells?
Okay,
Can
there is
you
nothing.
see smells?
Well, it's funny you mentioned I did in fact take a class
What?
at university that involved removing the smell of specifically honey, and this is not honey, so I can't do that here.
It's just a really strange thing that happens with when you're trying to replicate honey. It's just weird.
Why would you go to magic school to learn how to remove specific smell? And not be, like, useful smell, like, oh, I don't know. Mountain of shit we are surrounded by! I'm sorry, rivers of shit we are surrounded by.
There we go. That should be better. That should be better. Good. Sorry. So, continuing onward. Oh god, what did I do?
It's like prestidigitation, but worse.
Kinda.
You cannot even
Uh,
pronounce that.
So as you're continuing forward, like down beneath the pipe that's like sending some less than fresh water out from it, the waterway below you, here you can see this like this large metal barricade, basically. Keeping water from flowing into the area is still needing to be carved out. To the north and to the south, you can also see small rooms. What the fuck? Oh, here it says I'm looking the wrong place. It's just small rooms where valves for the pipes leading into the section of the waterways are kept, so that they can like be turned off and on. It still seems to continue going. So are we gonna continue moving forward?
Yes, I don't. Do you want us to look for treasure?
I mean whatever you want to do.
Amongst the shit.
So you continue forward, and again, like this section is actually completely dry and almost. It's definitely like the crudest of the waterways here. Obviously, some of the fresher stuff like hasn't been cut out yet, and eventually you reach this area in particular. You can see to your right now as you're coming into this like opening. That area has there's a bunch of valves. It's some sort of like a control hub. But it's clearly still unfinished. Saying as there's no water currently flowing through this section, it's not that big of a deal. It's not doing anything. To the north, you do see this section that is still not mined, just kind of roughed out along the northern edge of the walkway, still needing to be mined further.
I have
I
a
also
question.
should mention Gorthok did stay behind. Yeah.
What day is it? You can remember that. The gala was on the 8th of Snow's Fall. I don't know if this is the day after or if it's been a bit.
It is, yeah. So it
Okay.
is. It is the
The
9th of Snow's Fall.
Okay, cool.
Crossing.
Oh,
What?
I saw the puppy for a second. It was cute. Sorry.
Oh. neat.
Wait,
so
hold
assuming
up. So
no one-
this hasn't been finished yet. Does this look like it was like just abandoned, or is just like because of the workers and all that kept disappearing, they just kind of stopped for a bit? Like, how long has this been like at standstill?
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
Since it's involving stonework, do I get advantage because dwarf?
Yeah. Actually.
Okay, just checking before I rolled something.
Yeah.
19. Oh wow.
Well, it hasn't loaded for me, but I believe you. it doesn't look like it's been abandoned. Some of it is still relatively fresh. There's some dust, like some stone dust near the bottom that is looks like it's been stepped in, and like it's just like essentially like relatively fresh like footprints that haven't been like given way to the elements or anything.
Don't please, we are on right track. I see this because I found track.
Yeah. Well, the tracks lead backwards, so
Right.
It seems that somebody has left.
Right. But it's evidence of life and recent life at some point, so they were working on this, so at least we picked the right direction. Well, not that both ways could have been the right direction for all I know.
Depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah. Found where they were working, ergo where they started disappearing from should be, in theory, close by?
Theoretically, we'll see. So you continue forward.
Doors are fun.
Absolutely.
All right. You continue forward, this time through a narrower passage, probably just some connective tunnels. You notice that the passage doesn't turn flat on a wall, but rather like continues past the turn a good 2 or so feet. And you can still see some rubble laying in the ground in front of it.
Before we turn every corner, I just want to send my spider out. I want to send Hans to peek around the corner.
Go Hans.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah, what's the point of having a scout spider
I'm
for a
going to
scout?
move the party token because it'll be just easier for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But you're here. Hans is like here-ish. Get my bearings back for a second because I'm garbage. As you turn the corner here, or as the spider does, and he's relaying all this information. Does the spider have dark vision?
Yes, 30 feet.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. This is a much longer hallway that leads up to a small set of stairs. At this point, are you following it, or is it just spider still?
I mean, I would say we follow it. Oh, we're assholes now. We follow it, and I'm not controlling it like with the vision sense thing. I'm just letting the spider know, like, if it sees anything.
Okay,
tell me.
gotcha. All right, then yeah. So you're walking across. Walking up those stairs, you see another kind of a control area. Moreover, you can see like the rushing, or where the bigger rush of water was coming from. This is big waterfall coming from somewhere up above, just a hole, just pouring down water into the waterway below. There's a series of valves along the north side, most of which don't seem to be functional as of right now. In the interim period, as the sewer is being built, it appears that it's being used to head the management side of things, seeing as there's a table full of papers in the middle of the room. The papers themselves, well, I mean, do you take a look at the papers?
Yes, because
I
you
love
want to
papers.
tell us what they are.
Look.
Yes, schematics, give me.
I mean,
Papers, please.
well, yeah, so yeah,
Historical documents.
some good stuff here. The papers themselves have quite a few interesting things going on. The first thing you find is a blueprint for what the sewer is going to look like. It appears that the sewer is going to be quite intensive, connecting the old layers of sewer to older layers of sewer up above it, and spanning for several miles deeper into the city, with multiple ways to enter into it along key points. Although this is not entirely to be unexpected from new sewer systems, it is somewhat odd that in other places it seems that several miles of walkway span past where the waterways are to connect to additional surface exits and a series of rooms that otherwise don't seem to have a purpose. Something else about the blueprints catches your attention. It appears that the exit from this room to the west, connecting to the western passage, is supposed to just be a straight line of hallway and not connected to the side like it is where you came from. The second piece of paper that catches your attention is a letter from the Doge himself to the foreman of the project. You know, I should have made this a handout, but I didn't because I'm a bad person. So I'm just going to post it in chat and read it to you.
Okay.
Read along with
Yeah.
Michael.
Foreman, although I do appreciate you going out of your way to change the designs of the sewers to be more cost efficient, I assure you that we are easily able to afford the designs I had personally had worked up. Having said that, if you insist on cutting costs, I do know of a much cheaper and more compliant foreman I could assign to the project. The additional miles of walkway are to ease concerns of flooding and provide easier access through multiple parts of the city. I trust that you agree with the importance of these decisions and will follow the blueprints to the letter. Signed, Doge Mateo Rivera, High Prince of Tortana and head of the Rivera Family Mercantile Company.
Legion,
Yes.
does the additional miles of walkway to ease concerns of flooding make sense?
I would say roll me an intelligence check. I would say that this is like a
Nathan already has an opinion, but can he also, as Sen, roll?
yeah. I would say yeah, intelligence.
Would that be pure intelligence, or would that be like insight?
I would say intelligence. However, I will give Hugh advantage because this is the kind of thing that he was doing for the Empire a while back.
Nice.
Hell yeah, Hugh, smart.
Take it.
Yeah, so it technically makes sense to a degree. Having additional miles of walkway in case of flooding would, have water flood those particular areas instead of filling up, right? Like water flows through walkways, right? So, I mean, yeah, it would help with flooding to a certain degree for this one particular sewer. But also, if the sewers flood, there are usually... I mean, that's why the pipes that lead to the outside are bigger than the pipes that bring water in. It's so that a lot of water can be rushing out, and there's more than one of those throughout the city. So whether or not it's justified is a little... It's a matter of opinion at that point.
Okay, second question.
Yes.
Can I tell where these additional miles of walkway are under the main city? Like, are there any buildings in
yeah.
the city that this is under that would be easily recognized?
Under?
Like, the Doge's personal estate?
Right. Nothing, no. So most of the additional sewers don't reach into Hightown. Rather, although you know that they do have sewers up there, and you do know. It seems that where the places where the sewers connect from this one to that would connect if this was a finished sewer to the ones that they were talking about before, where it connects to the older ones up above. That seems to be coming from Hightown, where the Doge lives. However, these additional miles of walkway seem to go further south, southwestern, to more populated sections of the city where a lot of residential areas over in those, like a Barron Street being a big one. It probably goes under there just based on the scale.
I'm trying to figure out like if there's an obvious. Yeah, and Q relays that. I'm looking over it. And he's trying to understand the tunnels and be like, oh, okay, that I guess that makes sense, but not really. And he's talking out loud to himself as he's going over this schematic. And
Sin, actually, you have a certain level of experience in traveling through sewers to go to and from certain places.
Yep, that's what I was.
Yeah. So the thing about, there are additional miles of walkway in most of the sewers in Tortana that you have used in the past to quickly get out of particular areas after you've done a job, or to travel to certain places, or to go to a safe house elsewhere and things like that. They're usually used to make the sewers easier to travel through for people who work for that particular side of the Doge's family business. So, seems to you that this is probably, just based on what Q is saying and just based on what you already know, it seems like this is probably something similar.
So I'm not any sort of sewer expert. Frankly, I don't see why anyone would spend any amount of time in them, but they are a good place for any sort of illicit trafficking of either goods or people. And if the Doge is involved, then he's going to make sure that this will be as helpful as to his business prospects as it can be.
that sounds less than reputable.
Doge is not exactly a reputable man.
Do one feels
Can I
this?
find
Go ahead.
Can I find more efficient ways to save costs on this schematic?
Oh, absolutely. Like, you don't even have to roll. It's like, first off, I mean, one that's completely, like, the way it has it in the blueprints, there should be a door up here, but they put it down here instead. And then, like, it should be, like, the same, I don't know if you can see, but here, I'll do this. Like, this should be, like, the same length of hallway, but, like, up here instead. But, like, it turns here for some reason, and, like, that's, like, extra manpower.
Cool, yeah. Q's just gonna start sketching on this thing, fixing it.
Make
a Tinker's Tools check. Why not?
Atero, are you sure that we exactly have the time for this right now?
We seem to be just stationary. I figured I would help some individuals while we were resting.
Are we not looking for missing people who may or may not be in dire circumstances?
Are you sure should be messing with schematics if we're trying to use them to find
You
people?
quickly sketch out some better plans than what are written here, but they're not gonna like that. But they don't really know you're here, so.
It's good intentions.
Someone broke into our sewers and changed our map. What? What the fuck?
Why?
Son, I didn't think it was a bad idea. I figured I was going to help, but I do think that it would be a good idea for us to find these individuals who have become lost. We don't have to spend more time here than we have.
If these schematics are going to be used for illicit affairs, it is probably a good idea for us to give them over to law enforcement.
Wait, I have question. So in
Just
the
the one?
letter, just the one, yes, yeah. In the letter, it states that the Doge is telling the foreman to not alter the plans. And Q just altered the plans, which means the foreman goes kaput.
Well,
You see Q like look like visibly like worried for a moment. Heinrich, you're right. I didn't think of that.
Jordan
And
just
he,
starts
like,
laughing at that.
You just got this foreman fired. What the fuck?
frantically trying to change what he had, and like
fired.
I don't even know if this is where it goes, but okay, yeah, I think this is where it was, and
Oh, that's beautiful. I didn't
Okay.
like that foreman anyway. I didn't give him a name or anything. Fuck him.
oh man.
Well, his name is now unemployed.
Oh no. Are we continuing forward or what are we doing?
I'm about to say, I was gonna ask, since Bjorn probably would get like bored, to start wandering and like actually check down below. Does this actually like? There's no other path or passageway or hallway or anything down there. It just connects to where we were, right?
You can start to see a little bit of like a doorway. It looks like there's like another room somewhere further in.
Oh. Okay, I see that.
Yeah.
You want to find the other hallway?
Ah! Long party. Get out of here.
Wrong party. The hell? You've been playing this game with someone else?
I said long. I made you guys long for a
Oh.
little bit, and you didn't notice.
Well, I saw it then.
Yeah. So this particular hallway, when you enter in, there's a small set of stairs takes you further down into the room. A large valve lies on the north side of the room. To the south, there's a wooden crane-like structure with ropes hanging off of it, much like you've seen on ships used to lower dinghies into the water. Most notable thing in the room, however, is the relative pit into the abyss you find yourself gazing into on the southwesternmost corner. The pit itself seems to be several dozen feet down, and you can hear the sound of crashing waves echoing from below.
That sounds and smells very unpleasant.
Well, do we send someone down there
Ah!
or something?
Oh, what happened?
Do you want volunteers?
That's funny.
Anyone got a rope?
Jordan has rope.
All right.
And we lower the rope with hands on it to see perhaps if there's anything down below.
You
Sounds
are
need a rope.
aware.
The rope.
You are aware that spiders can make their own rope out of their butthole?
What?
I don't believe it's the same hole, but
That seems practical in this situation.
I'm already literally
Also
tying
welcome
rope
holes.
around frickin' Lucian. I'm just gonna start rappelling down using him as an anchor. Because you all take so long talking and I have a short attention span as Jordan.
All right. Lucian, make a strength check.
Imagine what I could
yes,
do
I
if
will.
he made rope come out of his butt.
I love how you're literally just a statue standing there watching, just your head's moving up and down as I do this to you. I start going down.
Long story short, it's a big pit. You can see along the eastern side there are a bunch of what look to be like pipes and drains on the opposite end. So, like it looks like this place can be filled and emptied of water, and it seems to kind of just open up below to pretty much the shore. Like the waves crash along like a big gate on the very bottom. It is now. open and like letting the ocean water in.
Someone didn't find the goddamn thing down here.
Do you want to come back up?
Like, as you say that, I'm already kind of scrambling back up the rope.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
His
What
Hans
if,
falls onto your face.
What if Aha's behind had a grappling hook that you could shoot out of it?
Oh, like a spider.
Exactly, and it helps us get to high places.
I already have a crossbow that does that, son. Don't be ridiculous. Aha's butthole would never be able to have that much force behind it.
Don't be ridiculous.
What if you make a small ballista with his thighs?
What if you attach the crossbow to someone's wrist and you just do like this motion to like send out the rope?
You pull on his tail and it activates the grappling hook, which fires 50 feet.
I feel like I'm literally I got to the edge, still
How
holding
are you
onto a
gonna put
rope.
50 feet into a loading mechanism.
The fuck?
That's too many.
Aha's big. He big
Well,
boy.
you'd have to kill 25 people.
Yeah, exactly. Just amputate your feet at least.
My god. I feel like I literally got to the lip as like I was midway through that conversation. I'm just sitting there blinking at everybody. It's like, how the hell do you get anything done? All you do is talk.
Should I drop back down? Yes, I will.
I'm tempted.
Just kick them down. No,
New home in the
see you later.
sewers. Well,
Yeah,
so
well-
there's nothing in this suspicious hole?
The only thing down there is shoreline, big gate, which is closed, and nothing. Is nothing.
I don't recommend swimming nearby, I would say. The runoff seems to lead into the ocean.
Might catch some cholera. Well, let's mark this down for later in case we have to come back and keep going. There is a way forward, right?
What does this do?
Yes.
I immediately walk up to the valve and turn it before we leave.
Oh no.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, really.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep, really.
I was hoping someone
Fuck
would,
it.
and then
You
someone
don't get to
would
point that
get-
shit out to the freaking barbarian dwarf and not have me try to fuck with it.
No, you're right.
Michael said, oh shit, expert foreshadowing.
Oh shit. No, so when you turn the valve, water begins to flow from the pipes on the eastern side of the pit and starts filling it up. It takes a long time.
Did you
Too
just open
long
the
for you guys
floodgates?
to be standing here. But basically, yeah, I mean,
If it's open into the ocean, then that's gonna take a long time.
when you turn the valve, that you did hear like a bunch of chain work going on. So there's no telling what else it did.
Okay. I was curious about that. Thank you, Jorn, for satisfying that curiosity.
The ruin saw a valve. Still
Is there
tempted.
anywhere we missed? Go ahead.
It, not according to map in brain. We seem to have made full circle. But who knows? Maybe turning valve and emptying water into a giant hole did something.
Were those rooms that we didn't explore? Perhaps they were larger than we initially thought.
I mean, there is room south that we did not check fully, right? And there's stuff to west.
It does not appear that they were larger than we initially thought.
That's a damn crime.
Maybe there's like a.
What about this?
There's
There's
like a
nothing
hidden
too?
entrance or something. Is there like a hidden entrance, like a paneling that we can press, or like you can switch or something that might open up to a
In
bigger
these
area?
rooms,
Yeah.
like, make an investigation check.
Oh, don't mind me.
Take
Yeah.
a look around, and it looks no. These are just little rooms to where valves are. You have a pretty good feeling that if you turn this valve, it would cut off the water to the pipe on the other side. But I mean, you go into this room, you go into one, this room. They don't really seem to have any sort of secret entrance sort of situation going on.
Well, there might be something secret in the sewers themselves. If we can mess with the water, cut off some of the flow, maybe something will be revealed to us. Turn some of these valves. And also, I'm going to cast see invisibility from my staff over here. Because I can do that, and I would like to see invisible things.
Oh.
Okay.
You see two pixies. One's very, very, like, dumb happy. The other one is kind of surly and salty. No idea where they came from.
They're always there.
You
One's
take a
called
look
back and the
around,
other one's called call.
just kind of looking for invisible things. Nothing immediately strikes your attention. Do you want to turn off the valves? Or
Let's go. Valve puzzle.
I mean,
Okay.
options, we don't have many.
you turn off the valves in the north and south rooms, and this side of it doesn't dry completely because of like how much water, like, you know, it's not how water works. Like, so this big waterfall kind of area is like split here, so some of it does continue to flow up into this western side, but not as much, and the water level does lower slightly. There doesn't seem to be anything particularly hidden or of interest. There just seems to be more stonework underneath.
Well, something here isn't right.
I mean,
Perhaps they've already gone and they're not actually in the sewers. There would be an unfortunate mistake, and
we have not even found body parts. I mean, Redman has map of sewer. Is there something we did not walk across? Something we did not see?
That's true. Let's compare the blueprints to what we've seen so far.
Okay. The only discrepancy that you can see, so far the blueprints seem to be pretty exact. The blueprints don't have any like secret passageways or anything like that. The only thing that is off is this hallway. It shouldn't be a turn here. It should go straight from here into this room on the other side, and it doesn't.
when we're standing there, the wall or the rubble that's there, you said it was rubble?
Yeah, so the it seems like the path continues forward for like about 2 feet past the turn, and there's like still like rubble along the side.
Oh, maybe they might be behind this pile of rubble here.
Can Gwydion just see through it because he can see invisibility?
I don't.
What?
I'm gonna put my hand like on the rubble.
No, you're not.
It's my speciality, an illusion into a room full of rupees. Oh, I love the Legend of Zelda.
Or coffins.
Nope, rupees.
Skeleton grenade.
Past the illusion that was placed here, you can see a rough, carved out area. Obviously, someone took a pick to this section before you, much like the rest of the sewers, but it seems that they were mining. When they were mining, they found something particularly interesting. An entire room hidden in the stone. The room itself is about 30 by 40 feet. A staircase raises from the southwestern corner, and across the room you can see large stone coffins embedded into the floor beneath.
What'd I say? Skeleton grenade.
Who the hell hides crypt in sewer? That's dumb. Wait a moment.
Who the hell?
What? Wait.
builds
What are the
sewer
the coffins are made out? The coffins are made out of stone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I tell how old they are? Cause dwarf bullshit.
sure. Roll me.
Dwarf bullshit. It's like, can I figure out how old this bottle of vodka is? Because
I'm gonna say
watching...
just roll me a perception check. It's stone. I mean, he's right.
19.
It's a 1911 vintage.
Stone cutting is dumb, but it's hilarious.
Stone cutting.
No. So they look to be.
Oh, that's even higher than that, though, if I'm abusing stone cutting,
mean-
because that doubles my proficiency with it. Oh, shit.
Regardless, yeah, it they look to be at least a few decades old, if not older. Maybe a century at the most. A lot of them don't seem to be particularly old, and they seem to have a lot less dust on them than you would imagine.
It's very strange. These things are only twice as old as Jorn is, yet have seen news recently. At least somewhat recently.
There's a crypt in the sewers doesn't really strike me as right. I feel like these might be hiding more than dead bodies. Maybe. I don't know how you feel about potentially desecrating the dead, but it's a little bit suspicious, don't you think?
It's not the first time Jorn has gone grave robbing, so yes, hand me crowbar.
That's
Well,
fine. I look
would
at
be best
Heinrich.
if we could be respectful as we do this. Potentially, they're just coffins with deceased in them.
You heard the man, Jorn.
In
Crowbar
hidden crypt
respectfully.
in sewers.
Remember, just hit them respectfully. We did not say we cannot do it.
That's how you use a crowbar. You just
I will
Is there some sort of prayer?
Jorn will show utmost respect as he raids tomb.
It's possible that they were here before the sewers were built, and they stumbled upon it as building the sewers.
Hey, is it possible that one of us could potentially have the ability to detect a certain type of enemy that could potentially be in an ancient crypt?
Oh, right.
Bah.
something that is like not dead. You know,
Well, not like
But not alive
Dead,
either,
like,
by any
kinda
means.
Dead, but
Little
like
dead.
not dead.
Son,
You have to
I
detect not
think he
dead.
means Faye.
Oh,
son.
yeah.
Hey, William, can you
That's
detect
it.
not dead for us?
Detected not dead.
I'm glad you asked. No.
Yeah, I can detect all sorts of shit. Not dead.
Only
Oh
magic.
shit! Yeah, no, there is no undead. There is no undead within 60 feet of you.
Bah.
Damn.
You're all paranoid. You act like adventurers. It's funny. You guys are supposed to be
son,
sailors.
there's only so much you can do with prayer. If I had time, I could prepare something to reconsecrate the area, I suppose.
Hey, the ferryman gives no shits about the body, only wishes to take soul. Soul is precious. Body, no one gives shit after you're dead. Now again, hand you on crowbar.
The ferryman sounds to be quite practical.
Universe, have I heard about this ferryman?
Roll a religion check.
Oh boy, I'm not good at those.
I think conflicting ideologies here.
I don't
If you-
think you can
Never
call
mind.
people fairies.
Actually, never mind. I am good at religion.
Yeah, I mean, the ferryman is a god. Essentially, like he's the guy that. I mean, you know, if you believe in that sort of a thing, the ferryman is the one that takes your soul into the afterlife. You know, it's the passage between life and death that he like rules over. That's his domain.
So it's the same pantheon of gods. I wasn't sure if it was a different one.
Yeah, no. I mean, you know that, especially like you would probably know that he's worshipped somewhat by certain like clans in Maryland.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Besides, ferryman is not God you should worry about. Frankly, you should worry about Snow Maiden. Snow Maiden, the worst of entire bunch. God of Storm, not so bad. Just don't piss off during, well, long winters and harsh waters. Anyway,
Yeah,
again,
don't piss
hand your crowbar!
So who's got the crowbar?
Crowbar. All right. I mean, you take the crowbar to it and you prepare to give it your all, and it just opens without a problem.
Well, that's
Opens
wasteful.
without a problem, just slides right off, and empty. Nothing's in the coffin, but you do see that despite the stone exterior, it is finely cushioned and seemingly well
Vampire.
kept along the inside.
Fuck.
Vampires, what I tell you.
Jonas confused. Why is there a coffin but no body?
Doesn't seem to be a usual burial practice that I'm familiar with, at least.
It's cozy.
If only we had our vampire slayer with us.
Why does everyone keep
Is
saying
anyone
vampire?
from Maryland?
I slowly
I
raise my
am,
hand.
Yeah, Jorn, Q, Gwydion, Heinrich.
I think everyone but Lucian and Sen, maybe.
Isn't well? I mean, I don't know about Sen, but Leora wasn't.
No, Q's from the other island, right?
No, you're from Maryland. You spent a lot. Like you spent a lot of time in. I believe the idea was that you spent a lot of time occupied in Grimoire for a while because you were helping out with the the occupation there.
Wait, what island are we even on right now?
Right now, you're on Kara.
Cara Dune?
No. Here.
Thank you, Dennis.
So you are here. This is where mostly everybody is from presently.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, I'm from Maryland. All
Right.
right, so Kara,
There's
that was the
Lamberts.
question. Does anybody know the burial practices of Kara, or is anybody from Kara?
Zen is.
Nobody.
Do I just share this or?
I mean,
If you know
Up
it.
to you, man.
yeah. I mean, so yeah. So here's the deal. It
Thank
kind
you.
of varies from city to city because, I mean, in Tortana at least, there are a couple of mausoleums if you're particularly rich, but most of the time you either get like buried at sea or you get like just a burial outside the city. Here, at least, unless you're wealthy enough to like afford a mausoleum or something.
I just share that.
Like churches will have crypts sometimes for like devout members and priests and things, that sort of stuff.
That doesn't sound like this is a place for burials, then.
Well, so this was hiding behind illusion magic, isn't that right, Gwydion?
Yes. Someone did not wish to be found, but wished to walk in and out with ease.
And we know
Or
that
someone.
this area is being constructed by the Doge.
Yes, I believe so. According to that letter, this might have been part of the request.
Are
Mike?
there any marks on the inside of the coffin lid? Like
We have a thieves' canter.
scratch marks, like somebody's trying to get out of the coffin?
No?
So, and hear me out, guys, but that vampire we first killed was also behind a very similar illusion spell. And now we find these coffins, which are laden like beds, behind the exact same thing.
What about the stairs? Where did they go?
Probably wherever the bodies went. Because, like the entire time people were talking, I'm opening them all. I'm assuming they're all empty.
Every last one of them.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's where the bodies that were in coffins went. Because, there ain't
They're
sheets.
not here.
Do you think there will be consequences if this little undead family gets back and notice that all their coffins have been opened up?
We have to fight them.
But
I'd rather not do that.
Q, on the schematics, did you happen to see this room on them? Before your modification?
No, so the schematics, they just see the hallway here going straight across and into the other room. Like you can see if I draw, right? So I mean, I can just do something.
No, they
Yeah.
didn't list this in their schematics.
like, I'll just reveal this because you found everything. Congrats.
Wait, so the Doge said that
Instead of this way that he's drawing out right now, he wanted it looped around. Almost
No,
as if the Doge knew this was
the
here.
loop around was not what he wanted.
Yeah,
he wanted it.
But the Doge
he
wanted
had-
straight through?
The Doge personally saw to the development of the schematics given, and the schematics say to go straight through, and yet it doesn't. And this is what is in between the two sections.
Oh, we gonna need to go talk to Foreman, man, at some point.
I mean, or
I would like
Time
to, while we're
look up a
still
name
down here,
generator.
while we're still down here, I just want to send Hans up the stairs. But I'll let the party know what I want to do, but I want to look through Hans's eyes. So I lose my senses.
Oh,
while I'm
I
doing it.
should mention there's torches. Like there's torchlight up above.
Even better to send a spider.
Yeah.
Did anyone notice the torchlight?
It is lit up.
John was going to point it
Torches.
out, but no one would hand me crowbar to even open coffin. I figured you all would just ignore me.
Vampire.
We would never do that.
What is a
There's
vampire?
possibly-
John does not know a vampire.
He knows what vampires are, right?
The fuck I do.
They don't have those in Maryland?
Like what is what I talking about? A fucking From Dusk Till Dawn didn't come out in this fake world. Nobody wrote Dracula in this fake world. Vampires aren't really known about unless you're a trained monster hunter or, you know.
And even then, you don't really know shit other than stakes work.
for it.
God,
Like
I
he
love
probably
steak.
knows of monsters you don't know of, and you the same. You know what I mean? It's one of those sorts of situations. It's just you know what the area knows.
In my land,
like
we
a
have
person.
monster known as Trouser Snake. It got its name because it would literally slither up trouser leg and bite you in pingus.
Yeah, it bites off your dick and like replaces it like one of those fish.
Smart man
yeah,
once
yeah.
said symbiotic relationship.
I'm gonna homebrew that later. Anyway.
Yes, give it a stat block.
Hans, you send the spider up and you see through his eyes, all 8 of them. It's very strange because like 4 of them are over here and 4 of them are over here, and it's just like you move one and it's just a mess.
I'd have some experience with it, I would assume.
Don't spiders
Yeah,
turn like
I
their
mean, it's
entire
just-
brain to look
It's
through
still
either eyes?
strange. It's strange to us. I'm telling Dennis that it's strange. Heinrich
I-
knows it's Heinrich is strange.
I'd imagine
Yeah.
that Heinrich's eyes are twitching the same way he's trying to move them, and it looks
absolutely.
real
And,
fucky.
like, you-
Oh, so
you
it
can,
looks like a gecko's
like,
or something?
split.
That's terrible.
No, so you know,
Ooh.
Skitter's up. It looks like this. Well, first off, he's relatively slow, so it takes a while. But you climb up the stairs and you enter into like a smaller, like a 20 by 30 room, lit by torches, and you can see like there's a hallway down below, with more torchlight coming from the hallway and like from around. It seems like this sprawls a little bit more.
I relay that.
So, if we were going to find missing people, they'll probably be there. Along with whatever vampire is. Someone describe to John what vampire is. I do not know vampire.
It's like a person, except they're evil, and you have to stab them in the heart with a stake to kill them, like a
So
piece of wood.
A vampire is someone who is. They're not exactly. Well, they were people, and now they don't eat or drink. They don't eat food or drink water. And now they only drink blood of other humanoids.
It sounds like other word
And
for
they don't-
John's old lawyer.
Yeah,
Well, I don't-
exactly.
Okay, I'm not going to ask about that.
Marriage divorce law is weird.
But yeah, they don't like holy water or impaling through the heart, which is pretty standard for most creatures, but it helps with them specifically.
only way to kill it is
Oh,
Kill it.
this sounds like Seer. His man who is dead but not dead still speaks.
Sure, now let's go kill him again.
The married man.
Sounds good to me.
I don't know if he was married. He was blind, though.
Could you reapply the illusion on the doorway?
I assume it's still there.
Oh, yeah, it's still there. Just once you know that it's an illusion, you can see through it.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like half opaque. You can still kind of see it there, but you know what's past it, so like it kind of automatic. Like illusion is weird. Still there,
No,
but you can't see.
I get it.
Basically, yeah.
But
If
you can see, but you can't.
if you don't know it's there, it's not actually there. But once you know it's there, then suddenly you can kind of actually focus on it and see through
It's
it.
Schrodinger's wall.
Yeah, that makes
Schroeder,
sense.
yeah, that's perfect. Actually, I love that analogy. Schrodinger's wall.
Well, I don't know him, but
It's with I found his wall.
mhm.
So we heading up the stairs, boys.
Yes.
All right.
Up we go.
As you walk up the stairs into a larger complex, a small. Can you see all of this? Actually, do I have to?
I see the room we're currently in.
Absolutely, that's fantastic. A small room, linked to a hallway ending in a T intersection. In the distance, as you're walking up, you hear a voice coming from the hallway further in. But no, please don't! Fuck! You hear another voice. Volaf. Kitara. Ta'anara. Maradin. Sanirat ma. Sanira Kifrak. Fuck! No! 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 And you hear like this dragging sound.
Yeah, maybe we.
Volaf! Crap! And then you just.
So,
Q reacts and goes to help.
I'm about to say, the question now is, does anyone speak Klingon, apparently?
I'm glad you asked.
No.
If you're going to go after it, well, first off, Gwydion, make me an intelligence check if you don't mind.
I could cast tongues, but I have the feeling we're just running into this.
Yeah, because the paladin is paladining right now. He hears someone and...
Yeah.
Also, I just hear a fight coming, so I'm right behind him, scampering on my itty bitty legs.
I
The
want to
speech
save my
sounds a little
purpose.
familiar, but you can't put your finger on what they're speaking.
You mean
I guess the real question is, if you want to go to help, which way do you think they went?
Perception
if you
check?
want to
Split up.
turn, make a perception check for me.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm looking for like a blood trail since there's like,
I mean, so far you don't see
There we go.
anything suspicious. Yeah. So from the sound of it, and it takes a second. Like the sound is bouncing off the wall, so it seems that they're a pretty far distance away. It's hard to tell exactly where they're coming from, but you manage to piece together they're probably down the western path.
It sounds like they came from this way. If we're rushing into this, we should go.
I would like to help if I can, yes, please.
Yes, onwards.
Don't wish it to fight vampire. Has never fought vampire before. Sounds a great time.
As you're walking down through the hallway, you walk across this door, and you can kind of see from the inside what is clearly a torture chamber. Like as you're running past, you can still see like chains from the ceiling. You can see in the distance like there's a wheel, with a crank that looks like it like expands outwards, and there's like blood kind of scattered everywhere. There's an intense like firelight coming from what looks to be a
Fireplace.
On the northern side of the wall.
Why do they call it that?
Yeah, right. With some like metal implements. There's like a
Sconce. Poker.
yeah, well, yeah.
Interesting room here.
There's like a set of stocks. Like you put someone there to
Oh.
push them with
Okay.
stocks.
English is hard.
Right. Are we gonna explore this, or are we continuing to go forward? There doesn't seem to be anybody in there.
We're into some
I
really
don't
kinky
read-
shit here.
I don't really want to look at the torture room. I'd rather just save the people who.
We can come back to torture room.
Are being
Explore later.
tortured.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Absolutely fine.
if they're not in the torture room, they're probably in the kill room. So we should probably hurry.
Oh yeah, here I am.
Wait until you see the fuck room.
Is that Iron
Is
Maiden?
that not what this?
The
was?
red room.
Fuck, torture, kill.
As an Iron Maiden.
Marriage.
Anyway, as you're walking the corridor, you do start to notice, just like on the ground, just about now. What the fuck am I trying to read? Okay, so you notice starting on the ground now and continuing all the way past the other end of the room. Out the door is a trail of blood, seemingly fresh. However, much further down up north. Thoraka, Thorin. Just more dragging sounds. As you turn this corner, you walk into a larger room that branches out into 3 other directions. Directly across from you is a small set of stairs leading up to an arcane sigil of some sort. On your left here, a still-lit fireplace, above which is a painting of an older man with raven black hair, with streaks of gray throughout it, and blood-red eyes. On your right, you can see a long table, set at which are a great many chairs. However, as notable as all of this is, it pales in comparison to the center of the room. Sat there in the center is a 20-foot wide basin, ornately crafted atop a pedestal, etched with arcane runes with these long metal spikes that stretch out from the edges. Above the basin, hanging from a chain by his feet, is an elven man, throat cut, dried blood caked across his face, pale as a sheet. And you can see where the rest of his blood is gone. In the basin, still liquid, not coagulated or dried, is blood. A lot of blood, more than what you'd see from just one elf.
Did we find Strahd's vacation home? Holy shit! Also, that's freaking awesome.
I was very excited for you to enter this.
Well, I don't think this is where sewage gets processed or spit out. This is.
There should be a sign.
Does this at all look as similar to other sacrificial rooms we've seen?
You have seen more than one?
You know, all those other torture.
Like, I'm looking at you with a really weird look at this point.
It seems to be something like an elder cult sort of a situation. It doesn't really seem like it.
We've seen a sacrificial room before.
You have?
In elder cult shrines.
Or where the changelings got sacrificed.
Fuck, you're right. It doesn't look like that.
Yeah, quite literally. You do this all the time.
I like to point out this is like the 3rd one we found in this campaign so far.
Based on how this elf looks to be killed, this wasn't so much a sacrifice as it was
For fun?
a slaughter.
Some
Slaughter.
Like a meal.
Um,
Onward!
Kinky.
This is how like pigs are blood.
Which way are we going?
Not Rosie.
The sound was coming from the north, so assuming you're trying to save this person, north.
Yeah.
Save.
As they are walking, Gwydion just wants to like walk over really quick to the sigil and cast Identify on it, and then walk back.
Oh, it's a fucking teleportation circle.
Oh, keep that in mind. Go back.
You can teleport to the vampire hell castle.
Oh, hey guys!
I
brought dinner.
If I could take a minute, I could write all these sigils down and come back here whenever I feel like it.
If you have time,
Why would you ever want to come back?
They're running on. You can stay behind for a minute, but you might miss something important.
I don't know. Maybe I'll bring a cabal of elite vampires here.
Fair.
What the
That's fair. Continuing forward along through the northern side, up this set of stairs, you can see. Well. Here.
Oh, fuck my ass. How big is this place?
Well,
Do you not know Michael?
That's a good
Let
point.
me just now give me a second to set the scene, but let me, go ahead and like give you this.
Bless.
You coming from this
Is it a
side?
hockey rink?
Oh my ever living god, this looks fantastic already. I love it.
Thank
Oh boy.
I'm just a
Oh.
girl standing in a hockey rink asking you for not to drain me of my blood.
I've seen too much. I've seen too much.
From the waterway, you continue forward until you see a very large chamber, partially collapsed along the right side. You can see a number of waterways, some of which have bridges stretched across them. There are two large pillars along the left side, and on the far end of the room, you can see a couple sets of stairs that lead up to a higher floor, from which you can see a large stone face, mouth open, spewing water out of it. You can hear the sounds of water falling off the chamber into the depths below on the eastern side. From the left side, where you're coming from, the blood trail continues along, and you can see the source of it. On the very far end of the chamber, now walking up a set of stairs, are Gith. One who looks like he's in charge, is wearing full plate, another wearing half plate, and another who isn't wearing armor at all. And you can see from his lack of shirt, his entire body from beneath his neck to where you can see it right above where his pants are. It's currently covered in burn scars. The shirtless one and the underling are pulling along a tiefling man, unconscious by the looks, bleeding relatively heavily from his face, but still giving off the occasional moan. They aren't, however, alone. Being approached by the gift party are three individuals, all three a pale, snowy white, unhealthily so. Two appear somewhat crazed, breathing heavily and holding their hands over their mouths and noses. The other holding herself above in stature, wearing fancier clothing and armor. We found this as we came in. Figured he wasn't supposed to be running around. No. Sorry, that's not the right line. So, he wasted a perfectly good meal. Very well. She turns to the two behind her. You can have him. Immediately, the two rush toward the tiefling and pull him back and begin to gnaw on his body, giving off the occasional bestial hiss as they begin savoring his blood. We appreciate you going out of your way to deal with an escaped prisoner, but I believe we all have rather busy schedules. We should get to business. I agree. Why is it that you have summoned us here to this abysmal place? I apologize, but it's best suited for our kind to stay relatively hidden. I'm sure you have an appreciation of that, but I like your straightforwardness. We want to parley because we believe we have mutual enemies. Enemies that have put our business dealings in jeopardy. The only ones who have put our dealings in jeopardy was you, who turned one of ours into your spy. It seems, then, that you are aware of the spy in your midst. We believe there are certain benefactors that are playing us against each other. This spy of yours, and at least one of our own. And I am supposed to believe. Yes, you are. Because I believe you realize how beneficial our arrangements could be for one another if we continue to work past this. Now, we have traced the member of our organization down to a select few that operate here in the city, but they have disappeared to somewhere we can't see. We've managed to narrow it down to one or two possibilities. Either they have strong magic protecting them from prying eyes, or they are on another plane of existence, say the astral sea, perhaps. And you accuse us now. I'm not accusing, I'm asking. If you have Speaks in Shadow in your custody, we can move forward and afford to stop looking for him and put more resources to reestablishing a working relationship with each other. And if we don't, then we both have a problem. And I recommend we work together to solve it. This man knows things about both of our organizations, and I can't speak for you, but I find some of the things he knows to be rather unsettling. The sooner we work together to take him down and see who he's working for, the better. Wouldn't you say? The Githyanki man pauses for a moment. Very well, Ravenna. I will discuss this with our Supreme Commander. But if we find this is an elaborate ruse, the gateway between our plane and yours won't be enough to protect you. At this point, can you guys make me a stealth check real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, please. I'm hoping for a nat 1 on Bjorn. That'd be perfect right about now.
By the way, Sen, you recognize the name Speaks in Shadow in case...
Yeah.
Yes!
No, I appreciate you mentioning that, but yeah, I remember him.
Okay.
This is not good.
Bjorn sneezes.
Oh no.
Bjorn fucking sneezes.
Oh no.
I wish we had
I
passed
just need to read. I haven't been seeing Kyle's rolls all day.
God damn it.
Oh.
My freaking connection keeps cutting out is why. It's doing that crap
That's
again.
fine.
No, I rolled
I
a
thought you
fucking
said
nat
something.
1, which is a 4, and a 10 if I had advantage, which I'm sure I don't have.
Oh, absolutely not.
Let me try refreshing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably a good idea.
I
So
asked for that nat 1. I got a nat 1. I
okay.
couldn't be happier.
All right.
I sneezed.
Okay, there's a chance. Let me just... yeah. Okay.
Don't tell me we passed.
At this point, the lady looks in your general direction. Wait, did you hear that? And then the Githyanki looks more spies. They begin walking toward you. Or two of them do, rather. What's the plan? What are you doing?
I'll tell you when I reload it and I see what the positioning is like.
Yeah, I mean, it
There
seems
you
like we have to fight our way out of here.
Was that not the entire point? Was coming here to
You're-
save people, so fight?
You could run.
Gwydion, what's the plan?
What?
You're the
Alright, we're
captain.
fighting.
All right. Roll me some initiative.
That man may still be alive. We need to help him.
I look at you like you're insane at that, because I'm pretty sure from here I can tell one of his arms is not currently on him.
I can't leave in good conscience.
You can't leave until you've
Okay, it
walked
doesn't
around that
really matter.
portal.
You can't leave until you've had your vegetables.
It seems like there's dinner right there, and it is 9, even though we start half hour earlier. Is now possibly a good break point.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
before a fight? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
I was about to say if you would, let me.
Are we about to watch Kale have dinner with his family?
I would rather us do our own thing and he have dinner with his family.
Yeah.
Lord Almighty.
They can see us, can't they?
Ooh, I like that.
They're
roll.
just like
They're not paying
Ki-
attention.
yeah. Let's break.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
break.
yeah. It is time for a break. This
Yeah.
gives me an opportunity to.
Position tense. Hold
If they can see us.
on.
If they can see you.
The
Man, I
bird,
don't have anything exciting anymore.
the bird is in the living room.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pause and all that real quick. So that was part 1, guys. And as usual with the Esterisle stuff, I am gonna cut it at the midway point, makes it a little bit more watchable, so you guys aren't sitting through a full 4 hours. And hopefully when we kick back on, it'll literally be just like right into it. But yeah, if you want to see what happens next, that's as simple as if you're finishing up this, it should literally just be right now that it's coming out if you're just catching it as it launches. If not, it's probably already there then for part 2. So do just check in for that, and we'll see you then. and so on and so forth. Words. God, I am just all sorts of out of it this week.